Hello there. So let's give this a go, hey? Not long ago I was talking about creatures on the channel. What do we need in TVC? But you know, this is a fairly recent show and animal was in it. I quite liked it actually, but the animal that is, the show was alright as well. It was by no means the worst Star Wars content we've had in recent years. They were kind of weird, weren't they? They were like a wolf and something else. They were like, you know, they've done that before in Star Wars. They fuse two things together. They were very like a wolf, actually, but obviously bigger. And inside, you've got a big card. This is like the biggest insult. I know he has now said that we're not going to get these anymore, but that was the one that really tipped me over the edge with anger, thinking, "Come on, man, that's ridiculous. You can't put her on a big card." It was obviously worse when they did it with things like Hammerhead because he's a '96 character, but with that Sabine Wren, what? She's only got a few little accessories. So that's the back of the card, and good bit of toy photography there. I did quite like Ahsoka. I was just always sad that he died, Ray. He was just brilliant in it, and yeah, so that was quite interesting. She was quite brave on that planet, you know, a whole galaxy away. It skipped galaxies, and she was off to find Ezra on nothing but a feeling, really. And I wouldn't want to go wandering off on a planet, being marooned, a whole galaxy away from where you came from. Wow. But still, she trusted in her instincts. Let's get this open, folks. I was about to pick that up and it just came off there. So we'll have a look at this first. Would have been nice to have had another alternative card back of her, but then again, at the end of the day, it's unpunched as well. Look at that. At the end of the day, there's no pressure then on people. Well, on me anyway. Some people probably would have bought two of these to keep one carded, but there was no way I was keeping an oversized card carded, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? No way. So I bought this one just to open. So we'll get that open soon, but the previous Sabine figure, I guess, did not come with a poncho. That's the previous figure. It's a nice figure as well. Really good. And then this Howler. Let's check this beast out. They've got like, I suppose, a dinosaur quality. It's like a dinosaur and a dog, isn't it, basically? It's like Tauntauns. They have a goat quality, but they move. They've got very reptilian legs and stuff, you know? Like dinosaur-y. Supposed to be a combination of two things. Oh, I see. These are alternative legs for when the creature is at rest. They say something to the creature and it sits, doesn't it? And she learns what the word is. Or she was intelligent enough to listen. Because one of the stormtroopers says it. Or somebody says it. Back at the Star Destroyer. And then she says it again. So that's good memory / good listening skills. And here is the creature. Wow. Interesting, isn't it? That's good articulation. Look at that head swivel. That's perfect. It's very well made. Very good. That series just had like almost like a bit of an anticlimax. I don't know what it was. It was just like I would have been hooked more by the ending had I not known that, God rest his soul, we were going to lose Ray Stevenson. Because that was such a hook. They showed you the Ghosts of Mortis. I'm a big fan of that arc from the Clone Wars. But I couldn't get fully excited about it. And everyone's marooned on that weird planet, and I see, so that's back legs, that, isn't it? And because that can fold like that, that's how it can be at rest. So should we try that now? I must get all my stuff sorted and get a nice little section dedicated to Ahsoka. There's some really good figures from Ahsoka in TVC. And I dare say, hell, there's loads of them as well. You've hardly got anything. We've got nothing for Andor. But we do for Ahsoka, but they all look good together. Like the stormtroopers, the zombie troopers, and Hera's another amazing figure. Is that right? I don't know. I need to have a look at the box art. Should we have a look? Am I doing it right? What are the options here? That's all walking. And then you've got, aha! That pose there you can do then. Or whatever. It was sat, was it? I thought it lay down like the Yoppie does, but maybe. It's been a while since I've seen Ahsoka. I must watch it again. Coming up to 2 years that we saw it, man. That was August 23, man. I remember I was in Florida at the time. I watched a couple of episodes at the airport on the way home. Now let's get this Sabine open. What else have we got on it just before we move on? There's the reins, backpack there. Yeah, it's just great, and we're going to get a due back, which is exciting. And the Banthas come in. Very exciting times. But I love it. Star Wars creatures are awesome. And you've got loads of great creatures, man. You've got the Wampa and the Tauntaun. Check out that video, man. If you haven't seen that already, I was just talking about what we need. And the obvious one for me was the Mudhorn, but a lot of people were asking for a dewback, but we already have a couple of dewbacks. We don't have any Mudhorn, you know what I'm saying? And Mando is a piping hot property, so I'm surprised they haven't done it already. Yeah, she seemed pretty fearless anyway in this. She wasn't taking any you-know-what from Thrawn and his entourage, was she? She's just like, let me go. Let me go and find my friend, please. I don't care if I get marooned here. Yeah, you're going to see pretty much what you see with this figure, except that one's got a much brighter hair. Look at that. It's loads darker, that. Yeah, I'm going to put the saber on, I believe. Put the guns in the holsters. And put the helmet underneath her arm. Because that's a good head sculpt. We want to see that. Can't remember if she rode that beast, the Howler, with the helmet on. I think I could do with watching the episode again. Maybe I should have watched it before I did this review, but nah, I haven't got time. Sorry. Neither have I got time to do the research. So that's where you come in, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to do these things just off the spur of the moment, and then it's great to have a bit of a conversation. You can chip in with what you know, based on what I don't. That's a nice head sculpt, that, isn't it? Am I right in thinking that's a mole? Was that just a spot of paint, or just... If that's a mole there, then that is very small, minute detail that they've covered. What's she got? Has she got one? Can't remember what the actress has now. It's good though. Of course it will be ball jointed hips there to ride the beast. Oh, pardon. Oh my God, that didn't sound right at all, man. I meant that beast. Come on. Come on. Yeah, the helmet. I'll show you that now. Let's compare that with this one. If that's supposed to be Rebels-y. My God, it's smaller. Oh, that's right. This one is removable. That's it. And this is poppable. So if anything, I would definitely put this one on. Because the other one was way too big. It was just a mess. It would have looked oversized and stuff. But that's pretty cool. There you go. Let's try that. And of course, they're going to treat us to that as well. Good to have the articulation point on the, what do we call those again? Rangefinder. I'm quite liking that with the helmet on, but let's get it off. You've seen it with the helmet on. I just want to make it feel like Ahsoka. She had most of the time, they had the helmet off. She was talking to Ezra and stuff. I quite liked that whole scene when they met him again. Good job by the actor who played him with his blue contact lenses. Bright blue eyes. Space Aladdin. How about that, folks? I'm liking that. That's good. That'd be really good. It's like, you know, as I say, I want to do a little Ahsoka shelf. I'll get a bit of organisation over there. This is all going to be original trilogy here. New Hope when I get the cantina. But in here, that little thing in there that used to be a wardrobe thing there. That was supposed to be for all the stuff that was like Disney series, you know. and I haven't figured it out yet. I've got stuff in there for Clone Wars, but I'm going to get a nice little section for Ahsoka figures, and that would be just a nice centerpiece there, wouldn't it, really? And yeah, so that figure there that I've been looking at the whole episode wasn't what I actually thought it was. I thought it was from this packaging. No, I've forgotten I've opened all this stuff, man. It's crazy. Probably because it's just not my favourite stuff, but I do love it. It's nice. That's the Rebels version, which is a really good figure, that actually. See, man, I've got this Ghost. I've had the Ghost for ages. That's the kind of stuff I should be having on the shelf underneath the Ghost. You know what I'm saying? That was from Ahsoka. I can't remember what the card back looked like for that. I just remembered what it is. It was in a deluxe packaging, wasn't it? This was in a box, I think. I think so. So we don't really have that many cards for Ahsoka. Sabine, do we, really? We could have had our first ever proper Ahsoka series Sabine Wren card back with that, but instead they put it on they put it on a oversized card back, which is ridiculous. As you saw, it's only got a few little accessories in it. Getting all mixed up there. And then obviously we do have this other Rebels card, but that's Sabine card, but that's specifically the mural, the one for Rebels as well. So that leaves us with very little for Sabine, and well, not that I'm bothered. As I say, I'm trying to really cut down what I'm keeping carded, and I'm certainly not taking this on board because that does not fit the specifications for a Kenner card back. So, but anyway, like, the good news is that Steve Evans has said that they are not going to do that size card back anymore, which is fantastic news. And I'm going to leave it there. What do you think? That's pretty much all I can show you for the Beast. The articulation and everything. The head's really good. And I've swapped the legs, and there's not much more you can do. Oh, the tail waggles a little bit there. Look at that. It wags. Just rotates there. To have it to suit. I suppose you'd have it like that when it's walking. And when it's at rest down that way. Is it on a ball, that? Or just a... Yeah. All right, folks. Forgive me if there's something that you wanted to see and I've not shown you, but that is pretty much it. Sabine Wren's Growler. Sabine Wren and Howler. Oh, and the planet is called Peridea. That was such a weird, far out. If there's one thing I liked about that episode and that part of the series, you felt so far, far away, excuse the pun, because, you know, jumping galaxies like that, wow, with that super hyperspace ring, you felt like you just didn't want to get marooned out there, man. How the hell would you get back? Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only One. Out.